Hi, Julie Jones from SSB Performance Smarter, Stronger, Better Mindset Training here with this week's Mindset Made Simple Tip of the Week brought to you by Game Day Sportswear. This week we're talking about vision. Vision in a lot of different ways. Martin Luther King Jr. had a vision, and we all know that vision. In fact, about 30 years ago this week, I was working with my good friend, Dr. Pat Hill, on our teaching lesson for our public speaking course, getting ready to teach the I Have a Dream speech. And as we were going through and talking about the impact of the speech, she told me a story that changed me. She told me that when she had to visit her family in the South, Pat was about 20 years older than I was, that she had to drink from a colored water fountain. I couldn't believe it. I understood, or I thought I understood, racism. I thought I understood segregation. I thought I understood all these things that I learned in school. I went to school with kids that didn't look like me and had some great friends that had a different culture than I did. I went to church where I was the only white person and loved it. And all those things seemed very natural for me, but nothing impacted me like the fact that someone that I loved, someone I respected so much, this beautiful person inside and out, this brilliant person who went on to get her PhD, had to drink from a water fountain that said colored. Ugh. The reality of that struck me so hard that I cried, and I was furious that she would have to go through something like that. She changed what I saw. How did I miss all of that? I am certain that the people that I grew up with, their parents had to go through these things too, but I never saw it. I never saw it at all. I didn't see them as having that big of a difference in experience than what I had. And I can tell you this, that from the feeling that I had, as Pat was telling me that story, I am certain that our experiences were different. And I am forever grateful to Pat Hill for changing my vision on that day. We all have visions. We all have things that we want to see. I can see where my business and my family in my life will be in 5 years. Or like I have pictures of what I want it to be, and I'm sure that you do too. And we can see with our eyes. I got to speak at the Pennsylvania Baseball and Softball Coaches Association clinic this week, and I talked about vision. Vision through our eyes and vision in our head, using visualization. You know, as we've talked about before, that our brain doesn't know the difference on something that we're actually seeing with our eyes or something that we're imagining. In fact, our brain lights up. The parts of our brains that are stimulated are exactly the same in both experiences. We've also talked about the fact that the Cleveland Clinic ran a study where they had one group do exercise to improve their fitness, and they had another group watch a video and imagine getting more fit. And that group that imagined getting more fit increased their fitness by 13%. That's just crazy. And if we're not using or thinking about our vision, the visualization that we can use, and what hinders us from seeing, then we are missing out on improving our performance. Now, when we think about seeing, let's think about this. How do we disrupt our sight? Well, one of the ways is we get our heart rate up so high that it literally changes our ability to see. It takes away our periphery, and the blood is flowing less, which allows us to have a deficit in our vision. Not good. But another way that we really screw up our vision is by having so many thoughts in our head. Think about it. Do you ever get sent upstairs by your mother to go find something, and you swear that it is not there? And then she marches her irritated butt right up the steps, and she finds it, and there it is. Lo and behold, it is there. It never wasn't there. It was always there. But you couldn't see it. You were looking, but you couldn't see. Or how about your players that make a pass? And it's really not the pass that's the problem. If there was nobody else there, the ball would have gone exactly where it was supposed to go. But they didn't see the defender over here because they were thinking so many thoughts that their vision was clouded. How do we cloud our own vision? Because when we do, we make mistakes. When we do, we miss out on things. When we do, we don't see opportunities. Think about the ways that you cloud your own vision. It's the thoughts going through your head about what might happen. I talked to one of my swimmers yesterday, and she is so concerned about making the state tournament. She's afraid it's going to go the way it went before. These are the visions that she has in her head. When she gets up on the blocks, she's not seeing mentally or physically what she needs to do to get in the water as quickly as she needs to. She is seeing what's happened to her in the past. So how can we stay present? It's all about being present. How can we stay present in the moment when we're trying to make the pass, when we're actually going to look for the thing that our mom sent us up to get, when we're really bad lookers? I have a bad looker in my house too. Well, what can we do to see better? Well, one thing that we can do is we can ask ourselves questions. What color is it? Instead of thinking, where should it be? Where is it? Whenever we're asking ourselves questions, our brain automatically looks for solutions and opportunities. So make the questions fit the experience. Where's the outlet? Where's the outlet? Where's the play? What do I need to be doing right now? Where does my focus need to be? Who needs my A game right now? The other thing that we can do is look for specifics. Look for specifics. I know that there's orange in it, or I literally talk to myself. It's not right here. I'm looking. That's there, that's here, that's here, that's here. It's not there. That's here, that's here. It's not there. I have looked at everything, taken inventory. I am counting. I am making myself focus on my environment. I am scanning. I'm looking for something orange. Is anything orange here? No, nothing's orange is here. There are ways to keep ourselves present. And if we can do that, we are going to be more successful. A final way is to make sure we take a deep breath. We picture what we're looking for, and then we go and we find it. We tell ourselves what we want to do. I'm going to get the ball. I'm going to look out. I'm going to find one of two people to outlet to, because I know that that's my job. Taking a deep breath allows the blood to go to our prefrontal cortex, which helps us think better, which helps us see more clearly, and telling ourselves what we are going to do or what we want directs our attention to that. But mainly, it's really about keeping our thoughts where they need to be. An intrusive thought comes in or a non-productive thought comes in, we exchange it. We don't suppress it. We exchange it with one that's going to help us. Because the bottom line is this. Our power comes from our ability to choose one thought over another. Think about that. We can always choose one thought over another. And if we choose the right thought, we will see what we need to see instead of what our brain just wants us to see. Because sometimes our brain's a sucker and it gets taken down that rabbit hole. So, how can we be more present? What tricks can we use in our brain, or what systems, I should say, can we use in our brain to help us see better? Pat Hill made me see life in a different way. The visualizations in my head help me see what I want. My ability to manage my thoughts will help me see and scan what is out there so that I can make better decisions and perform at my best. I hope that you will see things a little differently this week. If I can help you in any way or work with your team or those that you lead, please reach out, juliej@ssbperformance.com. Until next week, manage the moments and have a great week.